Welcome to GSF Weekly number 6. This one's a little late, but it's okay. It's okay. You guys can still watch it. Playing right behind me is the Antonio Garcia story that we did, goodness, like 4 years ago. Anyways, great story. Very motivational. I'll put a link down below. But the reason why it's playing behind me is because it's Holy War Week. And that is Bellarmine versus the St. Francis Lancers. This was supposed to take place earlier in the season, but they had the COVID thing going on and they postponed the game until, well, it's gonna be this weekend. So, what do we have? We have one more week left, basically, even though there's only going to be one game, which is pretty cool. You know, all the attention is going to be on Bellarmine and St. Francis this Saturday night. But I have a few things I'd like to talk about this week. I'll start with this. Valley Christian's nail-biter win against St. Francis in overtime. You already know what I'm talking about. Julian Dickey must this one to win the game. That's a sick catch. Warriors beat the Lancers 16-13 in overtime. Up next, Skyline Titans. Up next, Skyline Titans. QB Ricardo Viduari. Close game win against Homestead. Shout out to Coach Bates for nominating his senior QB. That was a 38-yard QB keeper up the middle for a touchdown by Viduari. There were 5 green jerseys that he shook off on his way in, and this one, the second highlight right here, I believe sealed the win for the Titans. 21-20 Skyline over Homestead was the final. Next, Sarah QB Dominic Lampkin is back on the list. Lampkin had 4 total touchdowns against SI Saturday afternoon, including a 76-yard TD bomb to Hassan Damisa Mahasin. That pretty much put the game away. Lampkin was responsible for 300 plus yards of Sarah's total offense. Padres crushed the Wildcats 34-3. Couple more. Sacred Heart Cathedral versus Reardon Fighting Irish. Tyrese Ivy Jr. had a complete game with 5 catches, a crucial 4th down TD to start the game before he was double teamed the rest of the game. He had 3 pass breakups guarding their 3-star tight end the entire game with 0 completed passes on 5 to 6 attempts and several tackles. Ivy's got to be one of the best athletes in the Bay Area, and according to his coach Mike Hill, he's a team-first kind of guy, works hard, consistently, 6'3", 200 pounds, 3-star recruit, no offers, but that could change. If you look at how he performed against tough competition as an individual, you'll see how valuable he is. Last but not least, Bellarmine edged out Midi Saturday afternoon, 26-24 for the first time in 4 years. I believe Midi actually had the lead 10-0, and then Bellarmine came back with 26 unanswered points. Their MVP candidate is Nico Domine. He's back on the list. Check out his stats. 5 catches, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 2 carries for 25 yards. On special teams, he had 58 yards returning kicks. One was a 50-yard kick return. Oh yeah, one of his touchdowns was a 94-yarder. Remember the viral video? Domine is a punter. He did everything. And on defense, he had a pass breakup as well. One last thing, Domine recovered the onside kick at the end. Mr. All Around doing everything. So there it is. I gotta pick a playmaker and an MVP. And based off of this list, playmaker, I gotta go with the Warriors. Julian Dickey, the catch in OT. That's playmaker, straight up. So Julian, you're gonna get the iconic, exclusive GSF Playmaker shirt. I'll just drop it off when I come by to school next week. And now for the MVP. This is tough. This is tough because you got a QB at Skyline that led his team to a victory, and it was a 21-20 final score. And then you have Dominic Lampkin from Sarah, another QB, and this was like one of his best games so far as a starter for Sarah. And then you have Tyrese Ivy Jr., Mr. All Around. And then obviously Mr. Domine. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post this on Twitter, and I'm gonna have you guys decide who gets the MVP. Cause I'm not gonna do it. It's too tough for me to pick. So there we go. Vote now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a 24-hour time limit to this thing, and you guys decide. All right, and that's gonna do it for this segment of GSF Weekly number 6. Thank you for watching. Let's go A's. Let's go Holy War Game. All right, Twitter post coming up next.